What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 AI only, old world only battle. It's getting intense. Last video was pretty hectic. There was wars breaking out all across Africa, the Middle East and Southeast Asia. We also saw quite a few cities fall as well. Parthia are in a position now, hopefully, to start rebuilding because they were attacking Poland and it was going awfully, but they've peaced out now. Let's see if they can rebuild before Mongolia comes along and wipes them out if it realizes they're too weak. Luckily for Parthia, Mongolia seems to be pretty fine up here in the far corner of the map, just stockpiling a lot of stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of wars breaking out, and as you can see, Songhai didn't just steal Sparta. Look, this is so lucky for the Ottomans, actually. The Ottomans, there's a few Songhai soldiers over here, but yeah, Songhai and Denmark feed the Ottomans. The Ottomans should now be able to pick up Sparta, because obviously the Songhai stole it just before the Ottomans could take it from Greece. But yeah, it seems like the Ottomans will probably nip in there now and steal it for themselves. Also, we saw Arabia grab a city from Rhodesia. I think that's the first city Rhodesia have lost in the entire game. Could that be a turning point? I mean, it was only a small city, but either way, makes Arabia's life a little bit easier. They can move stuff around just that bit easier now. Persia are still here, and they're starting to look fairly good. They got some units, which is something they didn't have before. Qing are about to retake their city that they somehow managed to lose to Vietnam. Yep, they should do that next turn. Unless it looks like they just pieced out. I don't know why they got repelled so much, but maybe they should be okay. They've got the Lancer, which should be able to do it, I think, next turn. As long as they don't piece out before, but yeah, they should take that back. But this was a mistake. But yeah, China are still staying pretty quiet. Siam and Vietnam still fighting down here. See how it goes. I used to like Vietnam, but after my Mongolia series, I'm starting to rethink that. Starting to rethink how much I like these guys. Just questioning my mind whether they're as good as we thought they were. Okay, Ottomans. Yeah, you're probably going to take this. Unless the Songhai are coming, though, so you need to be very, very quick, very efficient. Sicily, it's built. Yeah, they're trying, but it's not really going for them, is it? They're trying so hard to take Carthage, but it's not, and the Vandals, but it's not working out for them at all, really, at the moment. Oh, and there we go. Sparta's fallen to the Ottomans. There we go. That was what I was expecting to happen. It's finally happened. I don't know how long they'll hold on to it, because the Songhai are coming back again. But they took Babylon. If they can hold on to Sparta, that'd be good. I wonder who will eventually wipe Greece out. I mean, I wonder if Wallachia could do it, because I mean, it's not the greatest city defense, and Wallachia's kind of running out of space to put their units in. Maybe they could try it, but Poland's starting to look like the power in Western Europe, because I mean, Switzerland have nothing, and Portugal are using everything they've got to try and take Zurich, which would connect their borders a little bit nicer. For the Portuguese, there was a lot of Portuguese nows. They're still just sort of sailing around the Atlantic, not really helping out. There's no more settlers here. There's a lot of Mongolian workers, though. And, yep, there we go. Great Qing now. Was it always? I think it was always Great Qing. There you go. Great Qing. Retaking. Oh, and just behind Mongolia went autocracy right towards the end of the last video. We see Rhodesia go in order. So we've got communism, basically, rising up in South Africa, and that's surprising. I thought Rhodesia had fallen quite far behind, but they're still second. I mean, obviously it's not the best way to judge who's winning, but it's a pretty good factor that the gaining of a ideology. I expect Parthia to be there pretty soon. Maybe Qing and China aren't too far behind. Mercuria, there you go. I said Belgium needed to go. Mercuria are going to get the job done. Good job, guys. But no, in all serious, why would you do that? Anyway, Portugal, they lost the now, which is a melee unit. You have informed me well. But they need this one to get over here super quick so they can take Zurich. The Ottomans v Belgium. What are you doing, Ottomans? You're dealing with enough already. I mean, you're getting there. You're rebuilding the Ottoman Empire to its peak with the Janissaries, which is kind of cool to see, to be fair. And see where they go next. Obviously, they've got to keep an eye out on no one, really. They are pretty safe, as long as the Songhai have actually ran away, because they're going to try to take Carthage, but it could leave an opening. Just a small opening. The Garamantes aren't trying, are they? The Garamantes are going after the Vandals. It's all a mess, but if the Songhai mess this up and just leave the city in the red for too long, I wonder if the Sicilies have... They've got a caravel. Revolution? Oh my god. Was that in one turn? How? I haven't looked at the info addicts, but that suggests to me that Rhodesia have a lot of tourism. Like a lot of tourism. Because, wow, in one turn, Mongolia had a revolution. This is going to slow Mongolia down for the coming turns, so they won't be gaining any science or anything. Wow, Mongolia has gone communist too. Well, that suggests to me... Wow, Rhodesia, you took that back with 2 units. That's how far behind Arabia are, basically. 1 trebuchet and 2 royal regiments was enough to retake a whole city. That is impressive. Okay, Rhodesia, maybe we shouldn't count that. Oh my goodness, finally. Britain versus Belgium. It's the first time Brussels will be fought for. Congo just entered the industrial era. That is interesting. So they're still going strong, Congo. They're small but strong. So that's interesting. Sort of the opposite of Rhodesia and the Songhai, who are their big scary neighbours. Garamanti's very spread out. I don't know how this will work out. Britain are trying. I was going to check the culture overview. China v Belgium. Ideology. Yeah, wow. So Rhodesia's 22 tourism, because it was so much, obviously, compared to the 4 of Mongolia. It forced a revolution just like that. I mean, there are other nations that can go whichever way they want still. So Switzerland are there on 30. People like Parthia have got 18, so they can probably be a bit more picky. And China at 16. Those nations could probably be a bit more picky when it comes to ideologies. But Mongolia, with only 4, that didn't go so well. Straight into order. It's going to lose them some tenants and slow them down in general. China is still very quiet here, despite Beijing now being at 28 population. Wow, that is big. So they have Guangzhou as well here, the Philippines. And Qing have another settler. I wonder where that will be going. I wonder. Portugal versus the Vandals. Portugal, I think you should focus on taking Zurich right now. Because if you can take the Zurich, that would be huge. Not just because you have most of Iberia finally as your own. Britain are trying. Sadly, they don't have their ships of the line. I think that's what the mod special unit is, right? Maybe. I don't know, but whatever their unique unit is, they don't have it. No, I think it's got something else. I think it's the first rate on the mod. A different type of boat, but similar boat, but just a little bit different. Portugal versus... I've already said about this. What am I doing? Attila. Oh my goodness, I'm just having a bad minute here. The Khazar and Bulan, I think is their leader's name. Not Mulan, Bulan. Sims. Really, George, what the hell is going on here? Just wake up. Stop being an idiot. Seems to be maybe preparing to attack Poland, or just to defend against Poland, because Poland have riflemen. He doesn't. Wallachia are still here, and I think have open borders with Khazar, despite Khazar slapping down the Great Wall of the Black Sea over here, which was very, very mean of them to such a small nation. Let's see, is there any other cities just close? Let's watch the Siege of Carthage for a second. Just waiting. Here we go. Here's Songhai's turn. Okay, yeah, so Carthage is going to fall to... Not going to say anything, because the Sicilies are right there, and I'm going to keep watching, just in case anything happens, even though it might be a boring minute or so of waiting. We can keep an eye on Zurich as well, up there, just towards the sort of top, middle, left of your screen. See if that falls to Portugal. But main focus is going to be on Carthage, and can the Sicilies get it done? And whether Garamantes are in this war, I don't think they are. Okay, they upped their health a little bit. They didn't attack the Sicilian boats. Sicily could do it. Portugal just entered the industrial era. They still haven't taken Zurich. Ah, that sucks for you, Portugal. You need to find it. Why have you sent all your nails away? That is my main question. But they can do... Oh, Sicily failed. And if the Garamantes haven't gone yet, and they are in this war, they might be about to win. But I don't know if they are. And that will be the end of Carthage as well. This is their only remaining city, so they will be dead. Have you gone? I think the Garamantes are just trying to move through to the Vandals, but I'm not going to take any chances. I want to see Carthage fall Well, I don't want to see Carthage fall. That sucks for Carthage. That sounds like I'm being mean. But I would like to see the result here. We're going to find out now. Yeah, they're just, okay, so the Garamantes are just walking past. I mean, the Songhai, I would say they should get the job done this turn. Because, you know, but they've only got one musket man who is very nearly dead. So, we'll see. And also Sicily could do it here. Sicily then should take it no matter what if they fail. Although saying that, Carthage's go is in between the Songhai and Sicily. I don't think, yeah, Siam aren't losing anything. See, yep, the Garamantes got in the way. Maybe the two Sicilies can finally take something. And it could be Carthage. And if from there, if I was them, I would go for Athens next. Build up, try and take out Greece. And then they'd be looking fairly good. I mean, they're not great cities like Palermo. Their second city in actual Sicily, I'm pretty sure. Even though it's not an island in this map mod. I mean, so there is an island missing from here. So obviously it's not going to be perfect. But yeah, this is meant to be an island. But whatever. Palermo here is at 3 population. That's the point I was going to make. Even though Naples is amazing. 23 population. I think Carthage must have gone because it's onto the mods now. I think Sicily is gone as well because their caravel is dead. Unless... No, I think that Carthage probably destroyed the caravel and the musket man. Oh, so close. Although, Song had only melee units. So, next turn, there is still hope. Hope for Sicily. I thought they were going to get it done. But they didn't. There's any other cities being sieged out. I know Zurich's on no health, but there's no melee units. Same now goes for Carthage. Yep, Qing have saved themselves. They're actually starting to try and attack Saigon there. Which would be interesting. Korea have spammed their turtle ships and Hawacha, I think that's how you say that. They've got a lot of those. And they also settled the northern Japanese island. And we also saw Mongolia settle this smaller island. And there's another settlers, wave of 2 settlers heading towards Alaska. Okay. Any other sieges? Arabia is actually, despite Rhodesia's strength, Arabia is going to take Adwa back by the look of it. Although they need a melee unit to get over here. They don't have any at the moment. Mali has seemed to have failed to attack the Vandals. Okay, and Mercuria entering the industrial era. Good job. I mean, you have an amazing capital, so that shouldn't come as a huge surprise, but it is a bit surprising. And Vietnam is probably going to capture the Siamese capital. Well, that lasted a while, didn't it, Siam? I think their go's been as well, so Siam are very much in trouble here. This is pretty big for Vietnam, because they will connect Can Tho to Hanoi, and they don't actually have to take these other 2 cities. They can just leave Siam in ruins. The problem is, they've got to be careful. Qing, although they're coming through the mountains, they are coming with more units than Vietnam have. So they need to be very, very, very careful as they do this. Denmark, why is your turn taking so long? What are you doing? Britain are still trying, but they're not having much success in attacking Brussels. Although, to be fair, most of these chasseur units are dead. There was a lot more. And they're all gone, which leaves the door open, potentially. I mean, Switzerland are kind of preoccupied. Actually, Switzerland are probably safe now. They have the units. They should be fine. Let's go see. Is this the time? I don't think there's any melee units left, unless this pikeman can get in there. It's going to be close. Do these steam frigates... Oh, no, there we go. Which unit? Oh, the pikeman did it. There we go. Carthage is dead. And Sicily now has 3 cities. Finally, they took a chunk of northern Africa. There we go. What a surprise. And we missed an even bigger city falling. There we go, Siam. I thought they were going to have some success against Vietnam, but Vietnam, very smart move. Taking Sukhothai. And I mean, they've split Siam up, and Siam are as good as dead, depending on how much Qing invest into this. Qing actually have open borders with China, which could be bad news for Vietnam. Good to see Korea finally get a 3rd city. Not sure how Tojo's going to respond. He has not had a great game. Even though Tokyo's at 22 population, he does still suck. And yeah, I mean, running away to New Zealand is probably their best option now, Japan. But 2 capitals falling. And that's saying Parthia there, yep, control 4. So Parthia obviously have Persepolis, Attila's court, Moscow, and their own capital in Nisa here. It's interesting. The Ottoman Empire seems to be looking fairly like this is a good time for them. They're doing well. They're rebuilding stuff. They're looking pretty strong. And it looks like they're actually going to try and go for Athens here. Sicily. I know you've only just won and everything, but you need to move now because the Ottomans are coming. And they're going to take Athens. Poland definitely want to get stronger. Like there's no doubt they're not happy with their situation. They're the only civ like in Western Europe where their borders are just full of units. Everyone else is just empty. Denmark is sort of I don't know what Denmark is doing. They might be fighting Belgium as well, but it's not going well for them. And all their stuff's sort of in the sea. But it's also hard to differentiate Britain and Denmark at a glance. I mean, it is obviously they're red, one's brown. It's pretty easy, but at a glance, they are pretty similar. Obviously, all this stuff is Britain, and I forget about that sometimes. Zulu still just waiting for their moment. That moment may have been and gone now. For Arabia not taking this back. Oh, Arabia. Sad. Get that pikeman over here. Come on, you can do this. Egypt is also now starting to attack Arabia, which isn't great news for the Arabians. Doesn't bode well. Garamantes are trying so hard. And I don't know if there's any of this is going to pay off. The Songhai. They've made two big efforts, the Songhai, for Carthage and Sparta, and neither of them worked out. So the Songhai need to figure something out. I mean, I'm surprised they've allowed Mali to live. Like, Mali would have been the easy one. Or at least go after the capital. They don't have to go after the second city, but just Nyeni here. 20 pop. This would have been such a good city for them to take. They just ignored it, really. Maybe their happiness. Maybe that's what they're worried about. I'm sure that's what the AI worries about. Vietnam's trying. Qing has a settler here that's nearly dead. I imagine it's going to go to these islands here. Potentially. Maybe. No more settlers out here. Oh, the Kulin. I think the Kulin hadn't settled here last time. Well, they were when I looked at Japan a minute ago, but, you know, recently didn't know to acknowledge that city. Kulin have musket men, so did Kimberley, but still yet no Australian war. It sucks. Samoa never fell to Indonesia, and Indonesia is at war with Vietnam, which is kind of worrying for them, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Vietnam, all but out of units now, actually. And Qing, if there wasn't all these mountains, I wouldn't write you off, but there is. Like, are these like they're part of the Himalayas? I guess they're not. They're probably not, but they're part of the chain that starts up here in the Himalayas and then comes around. And Zurich has been captured. There we go. They finally got a privateer down here and did the job. Qing attacking Congo. I don't know why, but yeah, there you go. For whatever reason that would be. I mean, it's not even like the Congo are one of those weak civs that sometimes we just see random people declare war on. Oh, and Switzerland took it back with those musket men. Privateer is dead. And that is probably the end of that. Brussels is being sieged by Britain, but very slowly, and it's never going to work. Switzerland need to build up an army. Like, if someone wants to take out Belgium here, it's going to need to be Switzerland with a big army. Poland could probably do it, but it's just like they'd need open borders with Switzerland, which I don't think these guys are on the best of terms. To be honest, probably not. I'd imagine. I think they've been at war a few times as well. There's a lot of Mongolian workers coming this way. That'd be pretty cool if you could build like giant bridges. Well, just an idea in my head. Giant bridges to connect, like maybe you could do like a max of 4 tiles to connect an island, and it would act like a road. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, obviously I have airports in the end, so it's not a super important issue. Just something that sort of came to mind. Where are you going, Mongolia? What are you up to, Genghis? You've been very quiet recently. I mean, you haven't done very much in these last 50 turns or so, except fail to take some cities from Poland, and now you're just sort of chilling. You're not even settling that much. I mean, there's a few settlers and stuff, but you're not expanding a lot. You're just sitting here. Seems like you're rebuilding for the second wave, and you attack the Ottomans. Good job. Still trying. The city's so hard to take. There's a river, the mountains. That is insane to even try. Okay, Parthia's rebuilt its army. to some point. It's all around its capital, though, which is a problem. Indonesia versus the Ottomans. No idea why. The Ottomans are trying to attack Greece. Portugal pieced out with Switzerland, and that is that. Yep, Zurich didn't fall. Parthia versus the Ottomans. That's pretty big, because, yep, that is very big. Babylon's probably going to go, and that'll be another capital for Parthia. And Parthia versus the Congo, too. No idea why they did that, but, people seem to be attacking the Congo recently. So that's just a... Oh, we haven't looked at what's going on in the World's Congress. Embargo... Wow. Wow. Okay, so Rhodesia just likes to ban luxuries. They don't want other people having luxuries. They probably don't have any of their own, so they're just like salty. But yeah, wow. Garamantes putting their necks on the line to try and embargo Mongolia. That is maybe why Mongolia are so quiet at the moment. If they're about to be embargoed, they want to cut down on their spending. Save up some money for when they have none in a minute. So Mongolia and Ethiopia, two countries at the complete opposite end of this world's sort of spectrum. You've got Ethiopia, who are pretty much focusing on just surviving at the moment with pretty much medieval era stuff, and Mongolia, who is sort of like the superpower of this world, and they're both going to be embargoed. It's very sad. I mean, they're trying to bring the world closer together. They're trying to stop the top from getting... No, wait, that's not how this works. I don't know what's going on. The middle civs, the civs in the middle, such as the Garamantes, I guess we could say, even though I wouldn't say they're in the middle, but maybe, yeah, maybe. The middle civs are trying to keep are being very hypocritical, that's the word. They don't want Mongolia getting too strong, but at the same time, they don't want to be caught up by people like Ethiopia. So they're being very hypocritical. To say that Ethiopia actually have the same sort of tech level as the Garamantes, maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe the Garamantes are just very strategic. They're like, yeah, we don't like Ethiopia. Maybe they've done it for a friend. You know, maybe Egypt asked them to do that. But Egypt are having a weird game. I don't know why they're attacking Arabia. I think Egypt are waiting for artillery, which they probably won't ever get to. Assumption made. They might, but I don't know whether they'll be able to ever take out Ethiopia. That is probably a job best left to Congo or Rhodesia if they ever do finally decide to get strong enough. Rhodesia have a lot of population. Let's just bear that in mind. They've got 16 here, 16, 8, 9, 14, 8, and 19, and a 13 on Madagascar, and a 12 on this one tile. Arabia's failing still. Tojo. So Japan just entered the industrial era, as did the Songhai, so I'd say that's not the most important feat anymore, even though it is for the Songhai, who have been probably more focused on production, it seems, than... Yeah, probably more production focused so far. Portugal, I can't believe you messed that up. Belgium is still failing. That is not the biggest surprise in the world, if I'm honest. That is kind of not shocking at all. Oh, outbreak of disease. Is this going to be game-changing? It is. It's in Rhodesia. Rhodesian capital has been struck with leptospirosis. That sounds terrible. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds awful. Egypt pieced out with Arabia. That was such a good war, Egypt. You just destroyed your whole military. Good job. But Arabia, no, they don't have any... Oh, no, that's a camel archer. Hints in the name. Pikeman is not moving. He's actually moved one tile further back. But, you know, he'll do fine. Greece. Oh, the Ottomans are trying here. I mean, they don't have a navy. They need to, like, land these units on here. They could always start purchasing stuff now, but that's not... The AI, they either do purchase, and they always, like, sit... When you look at the info ad, it's always weird, because they either have, like, naught money stored away, or they will have, like, 25,000, and they haven't spent any money all game, and it's just stupid. But, it's one or the other. There's no in-between. There's no, like, smart spending your money. It's just either we save everything, or we save nothing. One or the other. That's how the AI tends to work out, from my experience. I was going to say Korea settle here again, but no, that's just their borders. Yeah, I think Qing are going to settle this island. Just imagine they go settle next to Hawaii. That'd be quite funny. I mean, Qing do know of North America, so maybe actually this is just a stopping point. Maybe they're going to go all the way to, like, Mexico. Qing, Mexico. That'd be pretty cool, I guess. Who is here? Like, Sicily's here, Zulu are here. So many people here. I mean, some of them, I imagine, can't... Well, no, they must be able to deep sea sail with a settler. I'm very confused that this region's been left so untouched. What is this? Shaka. Who have you... I think they were fighting somebody. Someone up here, maybe. I don't know who, but I swear they're hurt. But I don't think it's attacking Rhodesia. I thought we might see maybe a settler heading across the sea. Where did that Garamantes settler go? I know they settled in like the middle of the Siberian tundra, but there was another one. Oh, maybe it is going to the new one. Oh my goodness, Sicily's here too. Finally, Sicily, of all people, one of the mods I really wanted to do well. I mean, they've not let me down that much, but they're in Europe, which is always hard. But if they can keep going, that'd be great. And they're just chugging along. They've got a settler in Canada. It was about time. And the Garamantes are following too, which is great. Which is also surprising because the Garamantes do not appear... Oh no, they do have this thing. The Plumbed Nomad. Which has got a picture of like an emu thing. But, an ostrich. But the unit's got no ostriches in it. So that's weird. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.